like to thank all of you for being here this morning on this wonderful occasion. But I'd like to just recognize quite a few individuals that are here in the audience, and then we're going to get on with the program. First of all, I'd like to just recognize our Honorable Mayor, Alice Lucero, for being here. Thank you, Mayor, for being here.
Sure.
Representative Debbie Rodella. I'd also like to introduce our librarian director, Sherry Ottagon. And I know we have some honorable counselors here in the audience. I saw Councilor Valdez in the back right here. Welcome, Councilor Valdez. There's a large group here of many organizations that I'm not going to point out the individual names now because we'll let somebody else do that later this morning. But I do want to recognize that we have the Friends of the Library here. The Adult Literacy Program. The Library Board. Also, I'd like to recognize, I see that our Rio Arriba County Deputy Manager's here, David Trujillo, welcome. And then most importantly, everybody, I'd like to recognize the entire audience for being here on such a joyous and memorable and history in the making, again, for the city of Española. And it's thanks to everybody in this room and many of their volunteers. But then without any further ado, I would like to turn it over to our mayor, Miss Honorable Alice Lucero. Thank you. Thank you, Mayor.
Good morning, everyone. It is great to see such a good turnout today. Thank you so much. There are so many people here that we need to thank, and I want to do that first so I don't forget. But we have to thank our city manager, Mark Trujillo. He's doing an excellent job. We have our city clerk, Anna Galvez-Squires. And there's one person who worked very hard to get all the funding together and make sure that everything was, that we drew down before our funds expired, and that's Diane Hawkins. Diane. When there's a project in the city, Diane's the woman behind the project. And now I'd like to welcome and acknowledge our representative, Debbie Rodella, for being here. I have to say she was instrumental in us getting the $300,000 legislative appropriation so that we could make these renovations to our library. So with now I'd like to call on her to say a few words. Representative Rodella, thanks for being here.
Thank you, Mayor, and good morning to everyone. It's great to be here today on this wonderful occasion. It's good to see so many of the community members here. And as the Mayor indicated, it takes a lot of people to make projects come together. I think Senator Martinez and I were instrumental in getting some of the appropriations necessary to make these renovations possible, but that's what it takes, all of you to come together and make those requests, and we play just a small role in making these things happen, but it's wonderful to be able to be here today to share this occasion with all of you. I want to thank also, as the Mayor mentioned, the Friends of the Library Board, everybody from the city that helped to make this possible. I know the county played a role as well, being the fiscal agent for the city. And so there's just so many people to thank, but I think it's important to recognize that the library serves a really wonderful purpose for all the community, and not just Española, but all the surrounding communities. I'm glad to see that we have members of the Y here together with the director, and it's important that we all come together to celebrate these wonderful things that happen in our communities, and it wouldn't be possible without each and every one of you. I know that reading is one of my hobbies, and I loved to go to the library when I was in school. I haven't done so much now with all the technology that's out there, but I still like to read hardcover books. I like to flip through the pages instead of doing iBooks. But I think that goes back to my second grade teacher who inspired me to love reading. And my mom is always complaining about her basement being full of paperback books that I used to order weekly in school. But I think we need to do our part too to make sure that our children, who are going to be our future, are inspired to read also. So to the adult literacy folks that are here, thank you for the wonderful job that you do to inspire not only young children but adults as well. And so it wouldn't be possible without each and every one of you. Sherry, you do a great job, I know. We've been involved in several other projects with Boost Our Mothers, and we miss you there. We miss you guys there. But it's great to have all of you here today. Councilman Valdez, I don't know where you are, but thank you. The council obviously plays an important role too. So it's just great to be here. Let's get on with the program. I'm excited to see the renovations. Thank you.
Thank you, Representative Rodella. And Senator Richard Martinez couldn't join us today. He was looking forward to this, but he's under the weather and he's suffering from a little sprained ankle. So let's wish him well, say a prayer for him today so that he recovers fast, because he has a lot of work to do. No, and I have to tell Representative Rodella that we'll be there at the legislature again next year, and we haven't abandoned the idea of a new library. Okay. So this is renovation for the meantime, but we'll still be trying to get the funding for a new facility. And, you know, there are so many people that go into working together to make things happen. And when we first got the legislative appropriation, a couple of years later, the governor issued an executive order that we could, if we weren't up to date with our audits, that we couldn't use our appropriations. So we tried with DFA, we just tried everything that we could, and I was very worried about losing the funding, but then the governor came through for us, and she allowed the DFA, the Department of Finance and Administration, to allow us to have they didn't call it a fiscal agent because they had already said no to that, but they called it a grantor. And I'd like to thank Rio Arriba County for stepping forward, and we've had a good working relationship with them, and they were able to serve as the grantor. David, thanks for all the work, because when we work on, there's a lot of paperwork involved when you have to draw down funds and stuff, and they've been working with us, but we certainly appreciate that collaboration, and if it hadn't been for Rio Arriba County, we may not have been able to expend these monies. So thanks again. Okay. You know, like I said, oh, Councilor Valdez, you want to join me up here, please? He's always hiding it. He's always in the background. He's so humble. But this man works so hard. It doesn't matter what it is, he's always there, whether it's in the background, in the sidelines, or just doing whatever needs to be done. Thank you, Councilor, for being here. And our library staff, what can I say? Sherry has done a marvelous job. She has started new programs. She's up to date with technology and all the trends and changes that go on throughout the nation. And, you know, she does so much with so little. And the staff is there to support her. It's a small staff, but I sure appreciate you and what you do for our library. And not only that, when we have, whether it's Christmas parties for children, whatever, they're there to help. They're there to lend that hand. And they're always so happy and make you feel so good because they have such a great attitude. And now they had some people helping, and the friends, what can we do without the friends? I really appreciate you, and that's why you have a new nice space here to work with. But they provided the refreshments this morning, so thanks to the friends for all that you do. And Representative Rodella, if you don't know what to do with those books, you might send them to the friends.
My mom will be very happy.
Excuse me. With that, I'm going to read a proclamation. It's the official proclamation of the City of Española, New Mexico. Whereas, the City of Española has recently renovated our library to enhance and provide modern amenities to meet the needs of our library patrons and keep up with new trends. And whereas, libraries are not just about what we have for people, but what we do for and with people. And whereas libraries have long served as trusted and treasured institutions, and library workers and librarians fuel efforts to better their communities, campuses, and schools. And whereas libraries are evolving in order to serve their communities and to continue to fulfill their role in leveling the playing field for all who seek information and access to technologies. And whereas libraries and librarians open up a world of possibilities through innovative stream programming, maker spaces, job-seeking resources, and the power of reading. And whereas libraries and librarians are looking beyond their traditional roles and providing more opportunities for community engagement and deliver new services that connect closely with patrons' needs. And whereas all residents in the city of Española and surrounding communities are encouraged to visit the library and explore what is new, engage with your librarian, because you are the reason our library has been transformed. And whereas libraries support democracy and effect social change through their commitment to provide equitable access to information for all library users, regardless of race, ethnicity, creed, ability, sexual orientation, gender identity, or socio-economic status. Whereas the Española Public Library, our librarian Sherry Aragon and her staff join supporters in our city and across America celebrating National Library Week. Now therefore, I, Alice A. Lucero, Mayor of the City of Española, together with the City Council, in recognition of National Library Week, our librarian and the staff do hereby proclaim this week of April 10th through 16th, 2016 as National Library Week 2016 in the city of Española, New Mexico, signed and sealed this 11th day of April in the year of our Lord, 2016. Sherry, you can place this in a prominent place in the library. Thank you so much. And there's one thing I want to say, that the last few weeks they've been so busy setting up this library, they had to remove everything. So can you imagine having to replace all the shelving, all the books? And I know they've done an excellent job, but I want to introduce Ashley Montoya, who is the Project Race Coordinator, and she's got some students that she's working with, and she had the students help Sherry. And I know that the Teen Center also helped, and we appreciate that. So remember, this is your library, so you can use it also for whatever your needs are. So everyone who helped, thank you so very much. And now, I want to turn it over to our librarian, Sherry Aragon.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you for coming, and I see a lot of really wonderful faces here, and I think I've gotten to know everyone here. But libraries, National Library Week theme is Libraries Transform. And what better way to transform this into what we actually have now. It took a lot of hard work, coming in every day, and we moved a collection total of 40,000 items. That's books, children's books, juvenile books, audio books, DVDs, computers, furniture, carpet, and I wouldn't have been able to do that without my staff. The staff has worked really hard. And we also had a lot of volunteers from the city. Ashley's group came over, some students came over, thank you. And we also had some other volunteers from the community who came in and put their hand in moving all these books. Paul was here every day with us, and I know many times books fell on us. We have damages of book carts that broke down, and we actually had a slideshow to show you today of the transformation of the thing, but with technology, as wonderful as it is, it did not work. So, but we'll get it ready for the rest of the week, and we'll have it running throughout the whole week of National Library Week. So come by and you can see this. But again, I want to thank the mayor. Thank you very much. Representative Rodella, thank you very much, and Senator Martinez also. I would like to thank the county also for being our fiscal agent. Thank you very much. Diane, our grants administrator, she was on top of everything and constantly asking me weekly, what do you have, what do you need done, what else needs to get done. Mark, thank you for always being there and pushing. And
Let's hear it for Sheridan.
just seeing everything that's happened is wonderful, because we worked really hard to get this done for the community. And we want it done for the community because, we want everybody to come in and see all the wonderful things that are in there. And today's the day. Everybody gets to come in to see that. And I would like to also thank and acknowledge the state librarian, Kathleen, thank you for coming and celebrating this occasion. Alana, thank you for coming also. The state library has helped us out in many things. If we need information that we don't have, we always look towards them to bring us all the information in also.
I would like to acknowledge Kathleen Pfeiffer, our state librarian, and she has a presentation too. And thank you so much for being here.
Sure, certainly. Well, I've only been in New Mexico State Librarian for 10 months. I've been trying to get around to a lot of libraries. I've made it to maybe 25 or so libraries. I came from New Jersey, where you can get to a library a little more quickly than you can in New Mexico. I've soon learned. I was in Raton last week, and that was a whole day. But I'm so glad to be able to come to the Española Library on National Library Week, and also with the renovation that has taken place. I think it's very timely that this is opening up during National Library Week. That's just wonderful timing on your part. Well done. And there's nothing, I was thinking of some comments that I could make, but after the proclamation read by the mayor, there really is nothing more I can add. This is the most complete description of what libraries do, that they're open access for everybody. I keep hearing the urban myth that libraries aren't being used anymore, and yet every library I go in, the computers are all filled, there's programs for the children, the materials are going out, the parking lot is full, so that it just doesn't exist. It didn't exist in New Jersey, and it doesn't exist here. People love their libraries. So this is just a little gift that I brought along to help commemorate the opening of your new facility.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Okay, sure, thank you.
And I would also like to thank the library board. The library board is Dr. Kathleen Maley is back here. We also have Diane Hawkins. We also have David Lindblom, who's actually at Northern right now, and he couldn't make it today. And we also have Susan Alarid and Yolanda Romero, and a student representative, Monday Rendon. And of course, she's in school today, so that's more important. I like that. And I also like to thank the Friends of the Library. You all have been a wonderful support in all of this. Thank you, Paul, Donna, Laura. Thank you very much. Mary is not here today to join us. But thank you all in all that you do and all that you provide for us for our summer. They provide funding for our summer reading program. So we'll come into their bookstore when we see them walking, when you come into the library. The adult literacy program, we're very proud to have them in the library, and I think we are one of the only libraries right now that kind of started off the adult literacy program in a library, and we partner with them. So I have Catherine here, and I also have, if you ladies want to come up.
Just for a second.
Yes.
Thank you very much for everything. We are Rio Arriba Adult Literacy Program. My name is Catherine Aguilar. I'm the secretary on the board of directors.
I'm Sandy Cotta, and I'm the treasurer.
And we are very grateful to be partnering with the library. We appreciate our new space. I did sneak in there and take a look at it. We invite you, when we talk about transformation, and I think that's a wonderful theme to have, I can think of no better way to transform a life than to teach someone who has struggled to read, how to fill out an application, how to become a citizen, how to get a driver's license. Basic, everyday functioning in this society depends on being able to read well and to speak the English language in a strong way. And so we are very proud to be bringing literacy to adults in this community and all over northern New Mexico who need help in reading. If any of you know anybody that's struggling to read or having problems, send them over here. We're here. Beverly is out of town, our program director this week, but she'll be back Wednesday, and we will be moving into our space as soon as we can get everybody back in town. We're a little scattered this week, but I do want to thank Sherry. Has been wonderful with us. We've really are in love with our new space. And I also want to mention that in May, we're having another training for volunteer tutors. I believe it's the 14th and 15th. I could be wrong about that. So if you are interested in tutoring, come on over, talk to Beverly. She'll get you set up, and you can come to our tutor training. It's free. We just ask 2 hours a week from volunteers to work with adults and teaching them literacy. So thank you.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you very much. I just want to say a few words. I want to thank the mayor, the city of Española, the county. I am so proud to have this library transformed into something that people can be proud of and come and read and study and become a better citizen, a better reader. We have Jose here. He was our first student that we got from to start the program for the Rio Arriba Adult Literacy Program. Are you here, Jose? Oh, he might have left already. But he was our first. He's our kind of like our poster person that really tells us about reading and how he got into reading and how he was left behind in reading at schools. And now he's an excellent reader. I am just so proud to have to be associated with the Rio Arriba Adult Literacy Program and the city that has supported us so much. Thank you very much.
And another person I would like to thank is our La Masia contractor, John Young. Thank you for making our world brighter.
I just want to say that we're really proud and grateful for this opportunity. Thank you, Sherry.
Yeah, thank you, John. And I think we've waited long enough, and I think we can go ahead and do the ribbon cutting and get ready to see our new library.
All right, thank you for acknowledging the contractor. I was leaving that for Mark, but Mr. Young, thank you. And I know we were on you all the time because we wanted it done yesterday, but thanks for doing such a great job. We
Well, I
appreciate
think
it.
it came out really timely, just in time for library.
Yes, yes. And we did a lot with a small amount of funds, and it's all for you, the people. Okay, now, Councilor Valdez and Representative Rodali, can you join me? And Sherry also. Where are the scissors? Let's see how many hands we can put on these scissors. Okay, or from the other side? Oh, yes. You do this a lot. Yes. Yes, now everybody can watch. Okay. Wanna?
Go ahead.
Okay. Let me see, I think we need to. Whoa. Those are dangerous.